Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the early Prime Day deals. That's right, we're doing some Prime Day early deals over here on the Jackery channel. Now, we are, of course, on multiple channels, and we do have Phil in chat. What's up, buddy? What's up, my friend? Guys, got a bunch of cool stuff. We're going to start mentioning a few things as we roll into this. First and foremost, you're going to see the rotating banner under me. If you guys spend over $2,000, you guys can use that discount code to get 7% off of those purchases. Now, you're also going to notice that banner to the corner that's going to show the 2000 V2, the 1000 V2, and that 3000 Pro package deals. We will talk about those as we go. Above that, you're going to notice another banner. Now, that banner is going to tell you guys if you purchase certain products, you guys might get a special gift. And of course, those are some really cool gifts right there for you guys. We're going to go into that. So if you guys buy like the 1000 V2 or 2000 V2, you guys can get that beautiful free 290. That's a beautiful, beautiful 290. Hey, wait. 290? That's misprinted. I'm just going to say it's misprinted. I'll have Fernando post those in chat for you guys. Hey, Fernando, can I get those codes? Oh, it's gonna be one of these days. What's up? Oh, yeah, happy Friday Eve. It's definitely a Friday Eve. Happy Eve of 4th of July for the people in the States. And of course, we're gonna do a Jackery show over here. We do have Phil in chat. I do believe Justin's around here as well today. We have Fernando as well, so we're going to have a little bit of fun. Now, we got a little bit something for everybody. Honestly, we got a station for everybody. And that's just going to range from different products with that. Yeah, it's time to get started. I agree, buddy. I agree. Now, we are going to talk about the 1000 V2, and that's what we're going to start off with. And we're going to move to the table. We actually have the 1000 V2 on that table running right now. And actually, I can tell you guys, it's been running for a day and a half. I forgot to shut it off, and it hasn't really done anything because, well, it's an LED light. It wasn't pulling battery. It wasn't drawing because I didn't have the LED light on. It was just powered up. 1000 V2 is 1,070 watt hours of power in a beautiful 24-pound package. That's right, 24 pounds. That's it. Just 24 pounds. At 24 pounds, guys, you're going to have all the connectability and usability that you could ever want in a power station of this sort. Now, we're going to, of course, going to move that camera down over and get you guys up a little bit closer in action with this. On the front, you're going to have a 12-volt 10-amp DC plug. That DC plug is literally, it's a cigarette lighter adapter style plug. Trevor, happy 4th, buddy. What's up, my guy? What's up? Below that is going to be a couple of USB-C ports and a USB-A port. The USB-C port's got a 30-watt port and a 100-watt port. I'm using the 30-watt port right now. Might be pulling 3 to 4 watts of power out of it if, all right? The light's kind of fully charged, so I'm not going to worry about what I'm actually drawing out of it right now. The 100-watt port is a beautiful port because you guys can plug in your MacBooks, your tablets, your and I mean anything under the like little laptops or your devices that take USB-C. Because it's a 100-watt port, you guys can actually do that quick, fast charging capability with that. Now, I do recommend having a cable that's going to give you guys enough charge for 100 watts. And there are a lot of great options out there to get that charge. Jackery does offer a 100-watt cable out there as well, but there are others too, so don't worry about it. Just think about it. Grab yourself a good power cable. I mean, I have a 240-watt cable, USB-C 4-to-1, so you have the options out there. You have 3 AC outlets. Those are going to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power. 1,500 watts of clean power to your electronics with no worry. Can peak at 3,000 if you really need to. Now, you have a digital display, which you guys are going to see on pretty much every station we show you tonight. Digital display. Beautiful. Flashlight. Does 3 modes of brightness and SOS pattern. So you're going to have low light, high light, SOS pattern. There's your 3 modes. You guys are going to be great to go with this. Full app control. So you guys can download the app on the Android, Google Play Store or Apple Play Store if you guys want to. And you guys can actually download it, install it, and then run this device off of that. It means you guys can turn the flashlight on. You guys can turn the plugs on or shut the plugs off. 2-hour standard fast charging is what you have with this device. 2 hours charged, you're ready to go. If you need to, though, it's got Charge Shield 2.0, which means you guys can actually go into the app, switch it over into emergency charge rate, have it fully charged in an hour or less in those emergency situations. So let's say you know a natural disaster is coming, maybe a big windstorm, and you're worried about power being taken out. Get this up and charged in time for you. Then you guys will have a little bit of power to get you through, of course, that blackout period, which is great. What could you run off 1,070 watt hours of power off of this device? Bluetooth speakers, projectors, space heaters, drones. You guys, it's limitless what you guys can do with it and how you guys can do it. Now, they're definitely built to last with UL drop protections and a UL flame retardant shell. You guys could run, let's say, 20 drone batteries off of this. Maybe 10 hours on a Starlink Mini, 10 hours with the standard Starlink, 29 hours with the Starlink Mini. You guys can do 12 hours with the heated blanket if you want to, 14 hours with the mini fridge, about 14 hours with the flat screen TV as well, which is great. 1000 V2, guys, is coming in at $399 with, of course, our discount code. If you guys need, great little option. I will have that code posted in chat for you. I don't have these codes on hand. Justin, if you're around, or Fernando, could you guys post these codes? I need the codes. If you don't want the station by itself, you guys can get it with an option of a solar panel. And that's a really cool option with this. So the solar panel is going to be, of course, their 200-watt solar panel. You're going to get this for $698. It's a 46% savings. You're going to get the 1000 V2 and the 200-watt panel. I'm going to tell you guys, if you had 2 of those panels, 2.5 hours is your charge time with this. 2.5 hours. You don't have to pay your electric company. You don't have to worry about power outages. You can get it recharged. You guys can leave this panel outside. It's fully waterproof, water resistant with harsh weather. It's amazing. And it's going to do well for you guys in those ranges. One second, guys. I'm trying to get the codes for everybody, because there are codes to save you guys a few bucks with this. So 1000 V2, beautiful, beautiful little product, amazing little pieces. It's going to do well. Now, I've used it to run Christmas decorations. I've used it to run Halloween decorations. I even used it to run the window AC. Now, the window AC is a little bit iffy. If you are up over a certain amount, you're not going to get an extreme long time with that. And that's a cool piece. Now, of course, if that is not what you're looking for and you want something a little bit bigger, and you guys can definitely do that, a little bit bigger, you guys can go over to other products, and that's the cool part about it. Now, there are options at even smaller stations for you guys, and we have those as well. We are going to show you guys like the 500 that's on the opposite side of the table. Now, the Explorer 500 is a phenomenal product right here. Yeah, those are the ones, Justin. Thank you. I know Justin can't hear me, but I'm going to give you guys the code for the 1000 V2 right here. And if Phil can actually share that, I'd be appreciated, buddy. So we're going to show you guys the 500. Now, the 500 is a really cool piece because it's a 13-pound package. Now, 13 pounds isn't quite a lot. You guys could definitely carry it around without an issue. And that's the cool part about this. So, being able to carry a 13-pound product anywhere is where it's really at. 518 watt hours of power with this. So, 518 watt hours of power. I love that option. It's a 13-pound package. It's carryable. It does have a flashlight. The flashlight does single light brightness or SOS pattern. It's got multiple ports on the front, which we can kind of zoom in on this and show you guys. It's a fixed handled product though. With the 518 watt hours of power, it's going to take you 5.5 hours to fully charge this device. 5.5 hours. That's it. And that's a cool thing. So 5.5 hours isn't a bad charge time on this. Now you have that single AC outlet on that front. That single AC outlet is going to do 500 watts pure sine wave power. Can peak at 1,000 if you really need to. You're going to have 3 USB-A 5 volt 2.4 amp plugs, which is perfect. You're going to have 3 DC plugs. Those are output ports. So you have that 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter style. And then you have those 2 6 millimeter plugs. Above that is going to be your input port, which is an 8.2 millimeter plug, which is going to allow you to, of course, connect up to and charge other devices from that source units. Now, with this device, wall plug 5.5 hours is where your charge time is. Cigarette car outlet in your car, 5.5 hours. When it's fully charged, you should be able to run, let's say, a laptop for about 30 hours. Maybe 7 hours with a flat screen TV, 9 hours with a mini cooler, over 9 hours with the CPAP machine, guys. So over 9 hours with the CPAP machine. What I can tell you, though, is if you have a CPAP machine with, of course, the heated mask, your runtime will vary from that 9 hours, all right? If you're using the heated mask, your runtime is going to drop on that. It takes more power to dehumidify that mask. So that's just the way that variation is going to go with this. Again, has the UL drop protection, fire retardant shell. It's a lithium cell, unlike the other one. The other one was a LiFePO 4. This is not a LiFePO 4. It's one of their older lithium cells, but still a great cell nonetheless. 8 hours with an air pump if you guys want to. And by itself, it is an amazing, amazing product just to be had. The 500 is going to do well with you, and that's the great option. Now, you guys can get the 500 with a 100 watt solar panel as well. So if you guys need, get that 500 with the 100 watt solar panel to 41% savings, $468. This is that panel. So you guys can get this panel with that power station right there. Great little options for you with this. Now, hold on, guys. I'm going to check something real quick. I want to make sure I have this. There's some other codes that I am actually doing this. So, yeah. So we do have extra codes we will be sharing throughout this show for you. So, 500. Any questions about what you guys could do with it? Definitely we're here to answer. Phenomenal, phenomenal product. And hopefully you guys aren't laughing at my two-toned arms. My two-toned arms. Yeah, one arm's definitely a lot darker than the other. All right, we're going to be moving to a smaller power station. This is going to be called the 300 Plus. Now, 300 Plus is a perfect portable power station. And what do I mean by perfect portable? Well, perfect means it's very lightweight and it is very, very portable. But in the perfect range, it's also got a quick charging capability. Now, the 300 Plus can actually be charged in under an hour and a half and comes in at a smoking deal of $199. $199, you guys can actually have a power station that's going to do what you need in those times. This is that station right here. This is a beautiful station right here. Nice portable 8-pound package. Has, of course, this handle. The handle is beautifully well done. Silicone pads to grab and can be folded down, unlike the 500. It has a flat surface on top. Displayed, of course, on this. App control with this one. Flashlight. Single light mode or SOS pattern. Has, of course, the 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug. Has a 15 watt, that's right, 15 watt, beautiful USB-A port. So 15 watts. Then you're going to have the 15 watt USB-C port below that. And next to that 15 watt USB-C is a 100 watt USB-C port. Now that 100 watt port is bi-directional. It can be charged inwards or outwards for those of you that need it. Now down below is going to be your AC outlet. This is a 3-prong standard plug. It's going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 600 if you guys need to. And that's the great option with this. Very, very cool with that. My buddy Phil gave me the codes too. Thanks, Phil. I appreciate that, buddy. Really, really do. I had them somewhere. I didn't know what happened to them. So great little option. Under an hour and a half, fully charged with this little portable power station, which is great in itself. But you guys could also charge it on, let's say, the USB-C port by itself. Under 3 hours with the port like that. 4.25 hours on a cigarette lighter charge in your car. That's your ranging of this device. Now, what could you run off of this? And because it's a little over, it's like literally it's 8.2 pounds, all right? 8.2 pounds is not a lot of weight, but what could we run off of the battery capacity of this? And it will range from 4.5 hours with the house fan, 5 drone batteries, maybe 3 laptop charges, maybe 13 cell phone charges. Maybe you want to do 40 hours with, of course, Nintendo Switch. Hey, 288 watt hours of power is what you're packing with this now. 288 watt hours of power is beautiful. It's going to allow you to do, let's say, your Wi-Fi router for over 15 hours. 22 hours with a 5-watt light bulb. 7 hours with the pet heating pad. Now, that one, I like to mention that one kind of. If you ever had a pet like a lizard or other animals and you ever had a power outage and you're worried about them, pet heating pad can run off of this for 7 hours. That's going to be like a 30-watt pet heating pad. That's kind of the range with this. Now, like the others, silent device. LiFePO 4 cells, long-lasting cells. Should stay fully charged for a long period of time until it needs to be used. Like most times, I will always tell you guys, make sure that you guys tender the battery at least every 2.5 months. That means just plugging it in. And when you tender it, it's going to allow you to last a lot longer. By itself, it is the perfect little portable package. At $199, it is just that great of a package, though. Now, you don't have to get it by itself. You guys can get it with the 100-watt solar panel, which is a great deal. This is a little bit bigger of a panel that will work well, but it's going to do perfectly great for you. Now, with the panel, and that's $398. $398 is a 20% savings. At 20%, it's a great savings. You're getting a full 100-watt panel and this portable power station. Now, I love that package deal. It's a great package deal for you. Yeah, we do have deals for days, buddy. Deals for days. We actually got some more of those deals, and I'll have Fernando post those in chat. Because if you guys buy a couple different products, you can actually get a free gift. And they are limited to like 500, I think they are. So we do have those. Oh, $159, guys, if you want that 300. $159 if you want the 300. It's a great deal. It's a phenomenal deal. I do have Fernando posting the codes in chat for you guys, so if you guys need, check them out. Now, I'm always going to gear you guys towards this next little package deal, and that's because I love this one so much. At 11 pounds, guys, that's right. At 11 pounds right here, you have the portable system that's perfect for on the go. Portable on the go. What? Portable? Yeah. Portable on the go. And that's the cool part about this. So I love that idea of portable on the go. E290. Which one's the 290, Fernando? I missed. I'm confused. So 11 pounds, you guys can take it. Fully waterproof, water resistant, 40-watt mini panel. Now, the 40-watt mini panel and, of course, this device is about $279. $279 is a great little product with this. And that's the cool part about this. I love that you guys have that option with this. Now, bug out bag option, maybe a great option to send with your kids to college with. If you're worried about your kids losing power at college and not being able to contact you in times of need, this would be a great option because it's not big. The size would allow them to put it off in a corner and have it ready for those times, which would be cool. And this is a great little option with this. So I love this deal. Mini 40, 300 plus, great little thing. Now, 7.5 hours would be your charge time with the Mini 40, all right? 7.5 hours. Any questions about that 300 plus? So we have a power station in this show that I did not know that we added. No one told me we added the 1,000 plus. So bear with me a second. I'm gonna play a quick video, guys. I'm gonna go grab the 1,000 plus power station. Did not know it was in the show. I was told the same lineup. Play a video. I'm back. That's all it takes me, guys. I stepped aside. We're going to grab different camera. We're going to pop this camera down. We're going to go over here. We're going to pull this up. We're going to move over. That is the 1,000 plus. That's correct. The 1,000 plus power station. Now, the 1,000 plus power station is coming in at $1,199. Now, this is a package deal with this. You're going to get the 1,000 plus and two 100 watt mini solar panels. Now, the 100 watt mini solar panels, I don't even have that panel. I have the 100 watt panel, of course. They call it the mini solar panel, so I think they're a little bit different of an option with those. Pretty sure it's still going to be this bifacial style charging panel, guys, so don't worry about it. You should be good to go. So they probably call this the mini. Now you're going to get two of those, and you're going to get that beautiful power station. Now that's 1,264 watt hours of power. 1,264 watt hours of power in this power station. With that, you're going to have that same flashlight that we showed you guys. It's going to do dual modes and SOS pattern. Below that, though, it's going to have something a little bit different. This one actually has two USB-A's and two USB-C's. The USB-A's are, of course, 18 watts max charging capability. You have two USB-Cs that are going to do, of course, 100 watts max charging capability. On the side, you're going to have the three AC outlets. Those are going to do 2,000 watts. That's right, 2,000 watts of pure sine wave power through those plugs. Now, you can peak at 4,000 on this if you really need to go up and above with that, which is great. Now, on it, you're going to have that 12 volt 10 amp. Still going to have app control. Your charge time is going to be a little bit under 2 hours on a wall plug to fully charge this device. If you had, let's say, 4 of the 100 watt solar panels, about 4.5 hour charge time. You have 2 of them, why not get 2 more? Now, that's the cool idea with this. You guys can also do the 7-hour card charging on a cigarette lighter in your car. Still has, of course, versatile connections with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, real-time monitoring through the app control because it has app control. But when you are done charging, you guys could run quite a bit different stuff like this. 1,150 watt window AC should be able to run over an hour with this at a great time rate. And that's kind of cool that you guys can do that. Now you guys could do like 2 hours with the blower, 5 hours with the power drill. Maybe if you guys wanted to do portable ACs, you could do that. You guys could do your 520 watt refrigerator for 2 hours off the device by itself. Maybe 9 hours or plus with a movie projector. Now, ranging from smartphones, it will change depending on the phone you have. The device by itself is great. You guys can use the 1,000 plus by itself all day long and have no problems. It can add batteries, and you guys can actually add up to 3 batteries with it, and we'll might be able to talk about that a little bit later, but they have battery packs to connect up to the 1,000 plus. Now, the 1,000 plus package is $1,199. At $1,199, it is a phenomenally beautiful price point to be had. You will not go wrong with this device. Now, it does weigh a little bit. It's about 30 pounds or less with this, guys. I think it's like 32 pounds. We haven't shown it in a while, so some of the specs are up in my head. Now I just have to remember them as we go. But you guys can do that. Now, it will allow you guys to charge at 800 watts max. So if you had 4 of the 200 watt panels, you guys can actually charge this device with that. It allows for 800 watts of max charge rate through the DC plugs. That's great. That's phenomenal. It's amazing. If you had 4 of the 100-watt panels, you guys can see where I'm going. It's a great little option for that. And it does come with, of course, 2 of the 100-watt panels. $1,199 for that. Now, with the 1000 plus, I've done more than that. I've actually plugged in my wife's mixer into it. I've had a microwave plugged into it. We had my gaming PC ran off of this at one point. We did the Xbox, the TV, I believe some Bluetooth speakers, all off of it at a certain point, and it will run it. No problems. Now, another cool part was the house vacuum. I plugged in my Dyson vacuum, ran it off of it. We also had an electric chainsaw connected to it, table saw at one point. And it will do all of that because it's got the versatility with the power. Now, can be used as an EPS or UPS, emergency power supply or uninterruptible power supply. It's a 20 milliseconds of switchover with that device. Now, $11.99, definitely worth it because it's a modular system. And you guys can add the extra batteries if you need to with this. Hey, what's up? Who else is in here? Fernando's in here. Sheila. Phil's here. Justin can't log on. He's having a little bit of problems of getting onto the show. Trevor's around here as well. There's a few people. There's a few people. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Yeah, so like I'm only seeing parts of chat, so I'm definitely missing some stuff. So. Now with the guys, great little options. I like the 1000 plus. I'm glad we're showing you guys the 1000 plus with this. It's a phenomenal product. If you want to go a little bit bigger, we can actually do that. We'll drop down to the table and we'll talk about the 2000 V2. Now remember, if you guys get the 2000 V2, there's a free gift, and you guys can get the free gift with that. Now remember, there's limited supply of that free gift. So first come, first serve, and when it's gone, they're gone. Just saying. And I'll have Fernando post that again. Now, 2000 V2, guys, is the big brother to the 1000 V2 that we showed you guys just a few minutes ago. Cool part about this one is I can actually show you guys the flashlights coming on, and I can show you guys while doing app control. So that's the cool part about the 2000 V2. Now, the 2000 V2 is like $849, which is a good price point. We have that code where you guys can get it for, I think it's like $7.99. So you guys are going to save a few dollars with that. Now, normally it's a $1,500 price tag. $1,500. That's not a bad deal, even at $1,500. But you have flashlight with app control. We can go highlight mode. We can go low light mode if we want to just dim it down, or we can even shut it off all by app control. If I want to turn the screen on, I can hit that button and turn the screen on. No issues with this. And I love the accessibility of having the app control. That's where it's really at for me. And I mean, to be able to access, see the battery percentage, see the temperature of the product, or even switch to emergency charge rate by going over to the app, I like that idea. Now, 2,042 watt hours of power. 2,042 watt hours of power. It's a good amount of power. It's actually a really, really decent amount of power that can run quite a bit of stuff. Let's say you guys are just trying to get through the day while working on your laptop. You should be able to run your laptop all day without a problem if you have a standard like a notebook, Chromebook, and devices like that. If you have the Asus ROG gaming laptop, you are pulling more power than that. You may not get a full day whatsoever off that. Now on the front, you're going to have the plugs of connectability. First, flashlight. Flashlight does the modes that we just showed you. Second, the display. They didn't like that. Yeah, I think sometimes it happens, Sheila. 12 volt 10 amp, cigarette lighter adapter, or DC plug. Now you're going to have the USB-C ports, 30 watt port, 100 watt port. You're going to have the USB-A port at 18 watts, which would be great to charge your power banks. And that's a good option to charge your little power banks if you guys want to charge your power banks. Charge your flashlights if you want to charge your flashlights. You have quite a bit of options with that. A good flashlight option, if I think I have it laying here. Let me see if I can find it. I know I have one here. Yeah, let's grab this. So like The iMini 2, this is a great flashlight now. This is a kind of cool flashlight that you guys can actually charge through a USB-A port that's connected right on the back. Now, when I do that, all I got to do is put this plug on and then connect it into, of course, that port. Once it's in that port, it's going to start charging the flashlight for me. That's kind of cool. So I have the connectability and the usability of just charging my flashlight through the USB-A port if I needed to do that. So flashlights can be charged off with it, no problem. Running Christmas decorations could also be an option for you. Now, you have a lot more that you can do with this because it does do so much more. You have 3 AC outlets. Those 3 AC outlets are going to do, of course, a beautiful 2200 watts of pure sine wave power. Now, you'll hear me say pure sine wave quite a bit. All that means is there are no spikes, no large peaks of power jolting through your electronics. They created a system with intelligent battery management and, of course, smart plugs to not allow for those spikes. When you go past that 2200 watts, it starts a little bit of a roller coaster. Not enough that you should worry about your electronics. I've had laptops plugged into these. I've had quite a bit of different stuff, and I've had no issues whatsoever. Now, by itself, $849, 43% savings. Use that discount code we have for you guys for $799. That's phenomenal. Your charge time, standard 2-hour charge mode is going to be your quick charge on the wall plug, just as it is. Emergency switch inside the app, 1 hour fast charging in emergency situations. Single solar panel, single 200 watt panel, 5 hours is going to be your charge time. You guys can connect up to multiple panels. It's going to allow you to charge quicker. If you want to, you guys can use solar panel and, of course, wall plug. 50 minutes would be your charge time to get it up and running. You guys could run a coffee maker off of this for about 3 hours. A 200 watt desktop PC for about 12 hours. And that's the cool part about this. And it's an amazing option to be able to do all of that as well. Now, I asked the question of, and I see it, the E290. Now, I don't know if I have the 290. I would love to show you guys the free gift, but it's the 290. And I'm not sure which one the 290 is. I think the 290 is like the 300. So I'd love to show you guys the free gift that can come with that. And there's like 500 of those, so it's a limited gift with that. Now, 2000 V2 by itself, perfect. Great options. But you guys can get it with, of course. Oh, Justin's here. What's up, buddy? Justin's in the house. You guys can get the 2000 V2 with dual solar panel package. That's going to be the 200 watt panels. Now, the 200 watt panels in this package deal is going to be like $1,399. $1,399, that's a 44% savings. 44% savings is great. You're saving quite a bit. To have those 2 panels there, very large, very beautifully well done. Now, uninterruptible power supply with that 20 milliseconds of switchover, LiFePO 4 cells, and all the usability that you guys could definitely need or want on a product. It's an amazing one. Yeah, so thank you for posting that. I have not seen, yeah, I don't. Wow, I don't have that one. It's a power station I didn't have. Yeah, so the 290 is a great little power station, guys. It's going to be a gift for you. 290 watt hours of power, fixed handle, single 3-prong American outlet that does 200 watts of pure sine wave power. It's got 2 USB-A ports and a DC plug and the light digital screen, which is great. Thank you, Fernando, for posting that. That, like I said, that was a new one for me. Have not seen it, so I'm glad to actually see that. And that comes as a gift, guys, if you buy the 1000 V2 or the 2000 V2. It's a free gift, limited to 500 of those. So, really great option. For those of you that have not seen it, I'm going to attempt to kind of show you guys that device right here. So this is the 290 that they're talking about. This is going to be your free gift right here. That's the 290. Nice little portable power station for a free gift for getting the 2000 V2 or the 1000 V2. I love it. Jackery, thank you for adding that in here tonight as a gift for everybody if they buy the products, because that's a really, really amazing little thing. I actually quite like that. If you guys want to see kind of the options, cell phone charges, camping lights, drone batteries, you guys can do it all with this. It's got the capabilities, including being charged with, of course, that 100-watt panel. So really phenomenal little product right there. Hey, thank you, Fernando. Like I said, that was a new one to me. I was like, I haven't seen the 290. If that is not your variation or the product that you are definitely wanting to look at and you want to step it up to a bigger power station, let's talk about it. You guys have the options of going full bore large station. Now, we're going to talk about the 3000 Pro. The 3000 Pro is an amazing power station in its own right. This power station packs quite a punch. It's on that table right there, and you guys are going to see the stack of power stations. So we're going to talk about the beautiful one right over there. Now, what I'm going to warn you is, guys, it weighs 64 pounds. That's what I got to tell you, 64 pounds. Cool part about it is they put large wheels on it, so you guys actually have some wheels that will allow you to roll it around. Two large 3-inch wheels. Those 3-inch wheels are amazingly well done, can roll across pretty much any surface that they can come thought about, except for wet sand. Like soft, wet sand, it's going to kind of sink. It's going to drag with it. Don't roll it through water either. No mud puddles. You do not want to get it wet. Now, it has an aluminum telescopic handle that's going to allow you to, of course, leverage, tip it, and roll it without having to use all of your muscles, which is great. Now, this is 3,024 watt hours of power through this. Now, on the front, you're going to see a little bit different than some of the other stations we've been showing you. There are 5 AC outlets. 4 of those are your standard 3-prong beautiful outlets. Then you have that 5th NEMA style plug. With this, though, you're going to be able to do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 6,000. So you guys can actually plug in a welder into this and run that. Technically, you guys can almost plug in your central AC and run it off of this. Now, your central AC, though, is probably going to run off 240 volt, so you're not going to be able to do it. I'm just saying you guys could pull that type of power through this, just not the voltage. And that's kind of cool with this. Now, you have the options and capabilities of quite more with this, because you have 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, 100-watt ports. 100-watt ports are going to be great for your power-hungry devices, from your MacBook Airs to your gaming laptops. It's going to allow you to charge through this without a problem. You're going to have your lower power USB-A ports, 18 watts max of charging capability through those. You're going to have that 12-volt 10-amp plug hidden behind the panel, but it is there, and a larger display than some of the others out here. Your charge time will be different, though, as well. 2.5 hours is your charge time on a wall plug. 2.5 hours, you should be able to charge this anywhere from 80 to 100% without a problem. If you had 6 of the solar panels, it's coming with 2 of these 200-watt panels. If you had 6 of them, 3.5 hours outside in that summer sun without a problem. For those of you that are running into spring or winter and you guys got overcast, shadowy skies, those solar panels can actually do 24% efficiency in converting light to power. So you are still good there. What could you run off of all these plugs and connectability? Your 520 watt refrigerator, about 5 hours of runtime. You guys could do, let's say, 35 to 36 hours with the flat screen TV back there. 3 hours with the 1150 watt window AC. About an hour with your welding machine. You guys could do, let's say, 21 hours with the movie projector. 220 hours with a light if you wanted to. That's up to you guys. 220 hours with a light. 100, I think it's like 101 cell phone charges. Approximately 70 drone batteries. Now, not sure everybody's going to be doing 70 drone batteries. That's just a number that we're throwing there for you guys to kind of get the grasp of how much battery is packing in this. For the coffee drinkers, you guys can run 5 hours with the coffee machine or 3 hours with the tea kettle or a mini cooler can run for about 15 hours. It is a powerhouse of a product at $1,999. It's a phenomenal price in its own right? But that's not the final price. You guys can get it for $17.99 with the discount code that we have for you guys tonight. So $17.99, $1,799. That's a phenomenal price point to have a station of this size, this much battery, that many ports, and solar panels in a kit. It's just a crazy, crazy deal. Now, if you don't want something that large, like we said, we have smaller variations. We have the 300. This is a 7-pound power station. Now, this 7-pound power station is normally about $168.99. You guys can get it, of course, a little bit cheaper than that. You guys can get it for $159. Now, at $159, this is a perfect gift. This would be great for, of course, that backyard barbecue. 4th of July is here tomorrow. This would be great to run or charge a little lights, maybe bug zappers and other devices. 7 pounds means you guys can do arm curls and show off next to the pool if you really wanted to. And, of course, it's got a lot of connectabilities. You're going to have 2 AC outlets that do 300 watts pure sound wave power, can peak at 500. Has that 12-volt 10-amp DC plug. Has, of course, the display. If you guys really want to turn the display on, you guys can hit that button, turn that display on, and see what it can do. Now, you have 2 USB-A ports, 5-volt 2.4 amps, and, of course, that 60-watt bi-directional USB-C port, and a DC plug. 2 charges. 3.5 hours is your charge time on a wall plug by itself. Use the USB-C port, the DC plug together, 2-hour charge time is where you're at. That's great. If you had, let's say, the Mini 40 solar panel, about 7.5 hours. If you had a 100-watt panel, about 4.5 hours is your charge time. It only charges at 100 watts capability, all right? That's where we're going. You guys could run a Nintendo Switch for 40 hours off of this without an issue. You guys could do 15 to 16 DSLR batteries, 6 to 7 drone batteries, maybe 14 cell phone charges, depending on the cell phone you have. 4.5 hours with the mini cooler, 4 hours to 5 hours with the flat screen TV, 4 hours with the laptop, guys. This is a great little thing. And $169 tonight, or $159 if you guys use that discount code. Save yourself a few bucks. Pair it up, of course, with the 100-watt solar panel and get it for $298. At $298, you guys have a great little package deal. And this is that package deal. It's going to work out well for you. Portable, capable, and of course accessible for all. We also have the 240 V2 pack deal. Now, the 240 V2 is $189. It's going to move back to, of course, the newer housing and the newer Life 12-4 cells. Now, with this, you guys have 256 watt-hours of power in this beautiful package. You have the AC outlet that does 300 watts but can peak at 600. You have the 100-watt USB-C bi-directional port, 15-watt port, and of course the 15-watt USB-A port. 12-volt 10-amp DC plug, flashlight that does 2 modes, single bright lightness or SOS pattern, and the display. Full app control with the 240 V2. Now, Charge Shield 2.0 is built into this. So your standard charge mode when you're charging this, guys, is going to vary. Wall plug, couple hours, right? Plug it in, of course, in that emergency charge mode. 1 hour would be your charge time. USB-C port, 2-hour charge time with that variation. And that's where it's getting kind of cool. You guys could run, again, 12 to 13 cell phone charges, 16 hours with the 10-watt Bluetooth speaker, 4 drone batteries, 3 laptops, maybe, if you really wanted to, Nintendo Switch, 36 hours to 37 hours, which is great. It has all those options for you. For the Wi-Fi people that need their Wi-Fi to run during outages or in your motorhomes, makeshift vans and stuff, 14 hours with that router. So 14 hours off of this, that router can run. Now, that price point, guys, not 168. The price point on this is approximately $189 by itself. Now, you guys could also get it with the Mini 40 solar panel, another 11-pound package for $248. So $248, you guys have a great kit to be had. So this is a phenomenal one, very portable, very accessible, and perfect for all. You can also get the 300 plus. I believe it is the 300 Pro for like $16.99. So if you guys want the 300 Pro again, $16.99 by itself. I'm gonna tell you, get it with the panels. Get it with the 2 solar panels for $17.99 and save yourself a few bucks and get some solar panel with it. Now you guys can also do the 2000 plus. Now the 2000 plus is just like the 3000 Pro, but it's got a little bit of an options here. This looks identical. Weighs a little bit less. It's 63 pounds, so it's not 64 pounds. It weighs slightly a little bit less. 2042 watt hours of power. It's going to come with this power station and 2 solar panels for $18.99. Now, $18.99, you have a great deal of a product that can be fully charged in 2 hours without a problem. 2 hours with 6 of those 200 watt panels fully charged, you're good to go. On this device, you have the 5 AC outlets that do 3000 watts of pure sine wave power, 6000 max, 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, 12 volt 10 amp plug, and that beautiful display. Now, this is going to be more for you, you homesteaders, off the grid living, for the people that want to run more appliances or longer run times, because this is a modular system. By itself, $18.99, it's perfect. You guys can run 200 watt desktop PC for 12 hours. You guys could do 14 hours to maybe 19 hours with, of course, the 100 watt movie projector. You guys could do the 1150 watt window AC for about 2.25 hours. You guys could do, let's say, your 520 watt refrigerator for almost 3.5 to 4 hours as well. It's a wide variety of stuff. About 70 cell phone charges off of this device by itself. Cool part is it comes as a kit. If you guys want it, get it as the 4000 plus kit. Now the 4000 plus kit is going to be the station and the battery sitting right on top of it. To get it as a kit, it's $24.99. Because it's over that $2,000 price tag, you guys can use that 7% discount code and save another 7% off of that Prime deal, which is amazing. Now, by adding that battery, you just doubled your battery capacity to 4,085 watt hours of power, but you kept the charge time because you guys can still charge it at 2 hours with the single battery. The battery can add and can charge with 6 of those 200 watt panels by itself as well. The kit comes with the battery, the station, and of course 2 panels. Get 4 more and you have the perfect package deal. The 4000 is an amazing kit. Now, by doing that, you guys can actually add up to 5 batteries. When you add 5 batteries, you're going to have, of course, 12 kilowatts of power. 12 kilowatts of power is a crazy amount of power. It should run a lot of your home appliances for a decent amount of time. You can parallel this with the second 2000 plus and add 10 batteries and have 24 kilowatts of power. That's where you guys are starting to see that off the grid, no longer using your power company, you are running your home off this. So the 4000 kit is a phenomenal product that you guys should definitely check out. At $2,499 and of course another 7% off, you are going to love that deal. Any questions? I'm not seeing any questions. So we're going to talk about their largest product. This is going to be the 5000. Now, for some reason my light is not properly engaging with the product, so let's drop it down a little bit. Let's bring you guys in a little bit closer. This is a 132 pound power station. The 5000 plus power station, guys, is a crazy beautiful power station with a lot of connectability. You have this beautiful large display. You have a 12 volt 10 amp DC plug. You have 2 USB-C ports and 2 USB-A ports. USB-Cs are 100 watt ports. USB-As are 18 watts. You have 4 AC outlets on the front. Individually switched switches. Now these 4 AC outlets are going to do 7,200 watts of pure sine wave power. The device itself carries 5,040 watt hours of power. 5,040 watt hours of power inside this device. This device can actually be ran or charged in 4 different ways, and we're going to show you guys a few of those ways in a second. First and foremost, I'm going to show you guys a couple of the plugs that you guys are not seeing on this device. So if I back this up a little, and of course I come and rotate the device, you're going to see the AC expansion port. This is going to allow you to connect up to the smart transfer station. Now the smart transfer station is going to be this little electric grid box that's going to connect up to your circuit breaker box on your wall on your home, and it's going to allow you to run your circuits off of this. By doing that, that's also going to allow you to charge through that from your electric power grid. Now this will allow you to charge it in approximately under 2 hours at 4,000 watts of charge rate. Below that is a 14-30 NEMA plug and a 14-50 NEMA plug. Those are dual voltage, 120 and 240 volt capability. That means your house dryer, your central AC, and other devices can plug into this and run off of this. You're also going to be greeted with, of course, the air cooling or air vents and the large orange handle. Has, of course, a handle that folds up and can be put away in the back of this, and 2 large wheels. On the opposite side, we have this beautiful panel that I'm going to pop up and rip off. Now, underneath that panel, we're going to bring the camera down. You guys are going to see this, and we're going to zoom you on in. You're going to be greeted with, of course, the DC plugs. Now, these are your 80-20 low-power solar array plugs. Those will allow you to charge at 1,200 watts of charge rate. Now, at 1,200 watts, you guys are going to have approximately a 5-hour charge time on this device. 5 hours. That's not a bad charge time to be had with 1,200 watts of solar panel charging. If you want to step it up a little, you guys can use the wall plug right there at 1,800 watts of charging, and it'll give you a 3.5-hour charge rate. Or you guys can switch the switch, just like this, and connect up to the high-power solar array. Your high-power solar array is going to be like your large home solar panels that are on the roof of your house that have 3,000 watts of charge rate or more. That's going to give you guys under 2 hours of charge time with it. On the bottom down here is a DC expansion port. The DC port is meant for batteries, and of course you guys can add 5 batteries to this. By itself, you should be able to run a flat screen TV off of this for at least 2 days by itself, no problem. If you want to run, let's say, your house dryer, you guys could do that for about 3 hours. Your central AC for about 2 hours. If you want to do your 1,150 watt window AC, over 4 hours of runtime with that. Now, you have the 4 ways of charging, the multiple ways of connecting. By itself, you should be able to run your home for at least a couple days. If you add 5 batteries, when you add 5 batteries, you guys can actually run your home for about 7 days. Now, when you add 5 batteries, that's 30 kilowatts of hour power. 30 kilowatts of hour power is a crazy, crazy amount of power. But you guys can actually add a lot more to that. So you guys can actually use the smart transfer station, and you guys can actually connect up to 2 5,000 plus stations. When you connect up to 2 of these and add 10 batteries, you have 60 kilowatts of power. 60 kilowatts of power should be able to run your home for at least 14 to 15 days. Now, quick charge rate. Multiple ways of charging, multiple usages. You're not stuck leaving it connected to your home. You can take it with you and travel with it if you want to. This device can actually be set in 20 milliseconds of UPS, or inside the app you can switch it over to 0 milliseconds of switchover, which means 0 milliseconds. You guys can run your medical devices. You guys can run your data centers, your data mining at home. It has the capabilities of this. Now, it also will allow you to use the 14-50 or 14-30 to connect straight up to your RV. Your NEMA 1450 port and your 1430 port are connectable to RVs. A lot of RVs have those ports, which is great. To be able to connect up that way as well is another amazing option for you. Now, ranging from, let's say, like your 350 watt to 520 watt refrigerator, you could run off that. Your microwave could be ran, your coffee maker, your kettles, and all of it can be done. It's a great little option with this product by itself. $3,499 is your price point with that. Now, remember, you have full app control, real-time monitoring. You guys can see generation and consumption of power through solar or, of course, your electric grid off of this. The app's going to allow you to turn on all the switches and run everything by itself. If you don't want the system by itself, you guys can get it with, of course, the 500X solar panel. When you do that, that's going to be like a $5,200 price point before the 7% discount. Now remember, you guys can use the 7% discount on both of these devices for those price points. That 500X solar panel is their largest solar panel to date. That's portable. It's made from 6 85-watt panels, and it is, of course, the perfect piece to add to it. So that is, of course, our power stations of the night. Now, with that, we are moving into, of course, solar panel time. And we're going to talk about solar panels. We have 4 different solar panels to show you guys. We're going to start with the 100-watt panel. Now, this is the bifacial 100-watt panel. This is $209 tonight. It's a 30% savings. It's going to do bifacial charging, so you have dual sides. It's going to have 2 kickstands that are, of course, fully stable and elastic strap and Velcroed. Riveted on handles. The riveted on handles, of course, are fabric, so you guys can carry it around. It also has riveted on buttons to, of course, keep it closed for those of you that need to keep it closed. So you have that option as well with this. Now, bear with me because it looks like my camera froze. Anybody seen me? Did I freeze? Let me see if I can correct this, guys. Hopefully I can kind of fix my camera. I don't know what happened here. I'm going to pop over to a video real quick, so bear with me. Let's see. Am I back? You guys can't see me. What happened? We lost James. Guys, we lost me. I don't know what happened. Oh boy. All right. We are going to attempt to correct a little something. I'm not sure what happened, everybody. We're gonna do this. Yeah. 1 second, everybody. What happened? Where's my camera? I lost cameras. Yeah, this is not good. Why are my cameras not working? I don't know what happened here. All right, guys, bear with me, please. I see everything on my end. This is weird. I have no cameras. Yeah, am I back? Can you see me? Yeah, I have no cameras, buddy. Yeah, so I'm here, Phil, but definitely have no cameras whatsoever. None of my cameras are working. Oh, man. Yeah, I apologize, everybody. I see cameras on my end. That's the problem. You might be able to fix this differently. Let's see. All right, we're going to do something a little bit different right here. We're going to go to this camera. I have this camera working. Don't know what happened to my other camera, but hey, we're going to do this. So this is that 100-watt panel. I'm going to zoom the camera out, so bear with me as we pull all the camera back. This is that 100-watt bifacial panel that we were talking about. This panel is a beautiful little panel. It's bifacial, fully connectable, fully foldable, and will work for you guys. Now with this, it's a trifold design, but it is going to fold out rather large. And you guys can see that this panel is definitely something that's a little bit longer than your standard, of course, panel with this. Now, this is a really amazing little panel. It's going to do 25% efficiency in low light settings for those of you that need to, of course, charge your stations. Now, $209, fully waterproof, water resistant, IP68 rating. The IP68 rating means you guys can leave it out in, of course, storms and everything else in between. It's going to work well for you guys. Now, this is a phenomenal. Yeah. It's definitely a different angle, of course. Not the camera I wanted to use, but we'll use it. It's the only one that's actually working for some reason. Capability of this is actually phenomenal because you guys can use it on the 100 plus all the way up to the 5,000 if you really needed to. Comes with the 10-foot cable, but you guys can take it pretty much anywhere you want. So that's going to be, of course, that 100-watt bifacial charging solar panel. It's a great product to be had. It's a phenomenal one. I really love that one. Now, there's another option, of course. It's the 200 that we were showing you guys in a minute ago. To do that, I have to actually change over to this, and we're going to pull up a different camera source. So bear with me as we just swap into, of course, OBSBot Virtual Cam. And we're going to bring up OBSBot Virtual Cam for you guys. So I'm over here. We're actually doing this. When I do this, I should be able to change. Nope, I can't do it. Why is that not working on? We're just going to have to do it this way. I have the 200, guys. Now, the 200 is, of course, a beautiful 200-watt solar panel that will work well for you guys. So here's it is. 200 watts of solar charging capability for $379. Now, $379 is a phenomenal price point. Now, with it, IP68 rating. It is a larger panel. It's about 21 pounds of weight to carry around. It's a very large panel with the IP68 rating. Now, this device is going to allow you to charge any of the stations from the 1000 V2s up to the 5000. $379 is the price point. It's about 46% savings. The 46% savings is a great savings for you to have. Normally a $700 price point on, of course, that 200-watt panel. Now, with it, of course, it's set up in under 10 seconds without a problem. You're going to get 200 watts of charging. It's going to do, of course, 24.3% efficiency in converting light to power, even in low light standings. Now, if you're in 100% light brightness, you don't have to worry about it. It's going to work for you guys. And that's the cool part with this. So, in 100% lightness, you're going to get max charging capability. Comes with the carrying case, comes with the 10-foot cable, comes with the dual connections as well on this. $379 is that price point with this, which is amazingly well set for you guys. And it's perfect, guys. You can't go wrong with this device whatsoever. 200-watt, beautiful little piece, an amazing little option to be had. If you guys need, definitely check it out. Now, we've changed it out. You guys just saw my kid come in. Unfortunately, we had to change camera angles, and I apologize for this. I will figure out my camera in a little bit for the other one for our show Sunday. Now, with this, we're going to go to their smaller piece. Now, this is, of course, the beautiful piece. Sideshow James here. Yeah, something like that, sideshow. Mini 40, guys. The Mini 40 is an $80 solar panel. This solar panel is beautiful. It's going to do well for you guys if you need something like that. It's still a nice large panel. This is going to work with the 100 plus all the way up to the 240s, the 300s, if you guys need. IP68 rating. But it is only a 2-pound solar panel. Now, at 2 pounds, it's nicely weighted and can be put in a backpack. It's only 12 inches tall, 11 inches wide, half-inch thick. Now, I'm laughing at this because we have like dual pictures up here. Do you guys see the picture-in-picture? I'm not sure why it's doing the picture in picture, but it's doing the picture in picture, and we're gonna go with it, all right? But that's where we're kind of at with this. Now, phenomenally well done product. It is an amazing little piece. This is gonna do what you need when you need to do it. The Mini 40, great little option with that, of course. Same camera. Yeah, it shouldn't be. I don't know what happened. It's like OBSBot went sideways, or OBS went sideways. We have one more panel for you guys. I'm gonna drop off the. Let's drop that off. We have one more panel. This is the 100 prime panel. Now, the 100 prime panel is going to be that DIY modular panel you guys can take pretty much anywhere. Now, this is a fully tempered glass panel. You guys, it's kind of hard to show this off of this camera the same. Look at that bad boy right there. Fully tempered glass for you. It's got a lot of fingerprints from showing these off of these shows. Aluminum housing all the way, but it is a glass piece. Bifacial charging, so you guys can actually get a charge rate from both sides. Has a permanently connected 10-foot cable. That cable has an Anderson clip end, so you guys can see the Anderson clip end, and it also has the 80-20 adapter and the 79-9 adapter if you need to. Now with it, it's got pre-drilled holes for the bracketry that comes with this kit. The pre-drilled holes are going to allow you to connect it up and mount it to your RV, your motorhome, or other devices with that. And that's kind of where it is. It's got the connectability and the changeabilities with all of this. Now, this could be used with pretty much any station that they have. If you guys use the Anderson clips, you guys can multiple panels. It's a great little option. IP68 rating can be left out in the Arizona sun and, of course, the snow. It's not going to hurt it. Bifacial charging means that at a 25-degree angle, it will charge at, of course, 25% efficiency, even in lower settings. Guys, that is their 100 prime panel. Now, there is the 500X out there. We do not have it in the show. We had it on a product with us. Now, with that, we have all these discount codes that we will share one more time. I'll either have Phil or Fernando share those codes. If you guys buy the 1000 V2 or the 2000 V2, you guys can get that special gift of the 290. If you guys purchase a couple of the other products, you guys can get the option of that free 100 plus power charging block. You also have, of course, that beautiful 7% discount code in that banner down below. And I know this is kind of hard. I'm so used to staring at that camera. And we have this camera over here. I definitely am going to fix it, but I do apologize. So, bunch of amazing deals, great prices. And with that being said, guys, we will be back Sunday night with another show. Sunday, I will have all these camera issues fixed. We won't have a problem with it. Also, Sunday night, it's, of course, almost time to start Prime Week. So, guys, we'll be back with that. I hope you guys have a great holiday tomorrow. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you guys on the next show. Have a good one, everybody. No, thank you. Everybody, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.